growth strategy for you now? Like at a certain point, like you've reached what, 300,000 followers on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is the goal now? Is it to continue to grow there or to disperse it out to other platforms?
Right now, it's just keep the Twitter train going. I've written enough tweets and threads and things like that where I've kind of said, for the most part, I know what people are interested in. I still tweet random ideas at least once a day, but I have 3 or 4 tweets that go out most days where I know that this is educational information that someone new who's never seen me before that I've tweeted about in the past would benefit from seeing now. So I do a lot of repurposing on that.
How much of that is just repurposing, scheduling content versus just like stream of consciousness, just tweeting and putting it out?
I would say 50-50. So 50-50. That's the thing. You have to have the stream of consciousness where raw ideas come out.
Yeah.
But then I have to play the hits that I know people are going to be interested in, right? Because it
That.
works.
Play the hits.
It's like a jukebox. You gotta
Seriously
play the
though,
hits.
like you look at musicians, no one's like, why haven't you played all your new music when you know Leonard Skinner's on? They want Freebird, right? It's like play Freebird, and so you have to get comfortable replaying those things that people are definitely interested in, but then strike the balance of new ideas.
Are you gonna yell at me? I get lazy and I'll just take an old thread, slap a new hook on it, and just
That's not lazy; it's smart.
paste the
Right?
rest.
The way to think about this is, let's say that you 10x your following, right? So you're at 1,000 and you go to 10,000. That means when you're at 10,000, that 90% of the people who follow you now had never seen anything from back before your 1,000 followers. So you can go to all those tweets and re-bring them back up to the top.
Yeah.
And so that only compounds every time you double or triple.
And the 1,000 probably don't even remember.
And no one
Like,
remembers.
Oh, that's a good
Exactly.
refresher. It's
Never
like,
once
yeah.
has someone said, "Hey, I've seen you say this really helpful, actionable piece of content
Dude, yeah.
before. Like, I'm going to unfollow
Like
you."
stop.
Right. Think about how many pieces of social media content you read today.
Yeah.
And you have no clue that that
even
person's
remember.
probably said it 10 times in the last month.
Especially on Twitter, because it's not like YouTube where
No.
old videos can pick
Yes.
up steam. Like the shelf life is super short.
Exactly. You're feeding.
what?
Hormozy,
For Twitter, yeah.
Hormozy said it well. It's like short form content. You're actually not feeding people who go, yeah, short form's not worth investing in because the content doesn't last, but you're feeding a reputation. That's what's compounding.
Yeah.
So you have to continue to kind of feed that engine, and no one's saying, hey, I've heard
What
that
do you mean?
before.
What do you mean by that, or what does he mean by that?
So he says, so let's say I invest a bunch of time writing tweets and then no one ever sees those tweets again.
Okay.
His original thought was that's not worth investing in because it's not compounding, right? That old piece of content now doesn't have
gone.
more eyeballs on it. But he realized, and it makes sense, that your new, what is actually compounding is the person who read it and then associated that idea with you.
Yeah.
So you have to continue to put those out because every time they read a new one, that's what's compounding.
But also, if you speak to a brick wall for 6 months and then pop off, you could just go back to the old ones
Exactly.
and throw them back out.
And I hear people all the time saying, I'm actually going to wait until I have a bigger following before I put my good ideas out there. I'm like, that makes zero sense. You're just going to assume that you're going to grow with your shitty content. And then at some point, you're going to be like, all right, now I got enough people who are, here's time to bring the good stuff out. It's like, no, you're going to say that good stuff 1,000 different ways over your entire
That's what's gonna get
career.
you
Exactly.
to the 10K.
Followers are a lagging indicator of the quality of your content,
Yeah.
not something to lead
The biggest thing I see is people don't want to give away their best sauce because they think it's diminishing their value, but all it does is give you more value.
Every single
People
thing,
should be paying for
yes,
this. Right.
every single thing inside Ship 30 I've tweeted out at some point.
Really?
Every single piece of, if you want to go through my entire timeline and just put every tweet in a swipe file and try to reverse engineer the whole curriculum and spend 200 hours trying to do that, great. Or you could pay $800 and we'll teach it to you live. Like if you value your time at less than or more than $4 an hour.
Sure.
So we take all of our best educational, which
That's so funny you say that.
like, because that's exactly what,
$4 an hour.
yeah, right.
I made a video about that
Yeah,
one too.
exactly.
He got roasted.
I
for
saw that, dude. That was hilarious.
You got to keep doing that. What's his name?
It works. Attention, right?
You know the meme where it's like the soldier guarding the bullets from the little kid sleeping? It's like me, every money Twitter person, every major corporation, like paying VAs. It's like I'm the beacon here, just getting murdered.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this short clip, check out the full interview here. And if you want to see more clips from this episode, check it out right here.